What's up, everybody? It's Logic Bomb 82. Tonight we're playing Super Fantasy Brawl. I have my buddy Ryan and Will with me. They're the ones actually going to play. I'm just going to observe and talk trash because that's what I do the best. This game is available on Kickstarter. Can you still back it, or is it done now, Will?
It actually just ended today with about 7,500 backers and just over. I want to say it was over $500,000, I believe.
So I played a game earlier this week when it first came out with Will, and I really liked it. It's a lot of fun. This is going to be Ryan's first game. Will, did you play any others?
Yeah, I played the game with you. Then I played with taught James how to play a couple games. Got my rear end handed to me a couple times.
Ah, our veteran has fallen. So Will's going to give a quick overview here. Go ahead, Will. You're kind of quiet for some reason. I don't know if you moved your mic away or what.
No, I'm good now.
Oh, there you go.
So, Ryan, obviously we're going to be playing a game of Super Fantasy Brawl by Mythic Games, and what it is a arena battler that has elements of you combat. You want to try to kill the other person, but the main objective is more tactical in trying to complete objectives. So first things first that we're going to talk about is the game board. You have three columns not identified currently by anything three-dimensional in Tabletopia, but you see these areas on the board right here?
Yep.
Okay. If you get pushed into one of those columns, you're going to take damage. You cannot move through them, and they do block line of sight. Okay. If you mouse over the game board and zoom in a little bit, you're going to notice that there are little icons on some of these hexes. Do you see these? Look like a little swirly star.
Yes.
So those are what's called trap hexes. And those are where we're going to place various traps throughout the game. On the board as well, there is three different areas, as well as this one, I believe, is creation, destruction, and manipulation. And this is your starting hexes here. And these are the different statues that are obviously color-coded. So what we're going to do to get kind of started is we're going to flip over some challenge cards. And what you're going to be doing is at the end of the second player's round, you're going to be moving these down the track. At the beginning of each of your turns, you're going to be seeing if you are completing one of these objectives. So, for example, this first objective right here is called Reach for the Stars. You need to have 2 or more champions adjacent to Esme statue. Now, Esme statue, if you notice on the card here, it's blue. So, basically, this is Esme statue right here.
The pillar.
Correct. So if the card says, if the objective card says have 2 or more champions adjacent to the statue, any of these hexes, you need to have 2 of your champions adjacent to it. If it says you need to control the manipulation area, you need to have more of your champions in the spaces in the blue area than I do. Same thing for the destruction area, but that's 6 hexes. And then the same thing for the creation area, which is 3 yellow hexes. Good so far?
Yep.
All right. So you're going to have some different effects that each of the characters is going to be able to do. But the core of the game revolves around your board down here, which you have 3 different resources, if you will: the destruction, creation, and manipulation. When you play one of your cores, you're going to flip over the token to say you've played that color core. When you play a card out of your hand, it's going to be color-coded, similar to like Uno, where you have the different colors. But each of the characters currently in this version of the game have 2 colors of each of the cards in here. So, for example, let's take all of Kilgore's cards, and let's take a look that there are 2 red cards, 2 blue cards, and 2 yellow cards. So again, 2 destruction cards, 2 manipulation cards, and 2 creation cards. When you are looking at the symbols at the top left of each of the card, you're going to notice some different gray circles around it, if you will. So like this symbol right here is a reaction card. The icon in the very middle of it denotes that it is a reaction card that could be played by anyone. It does not have to be played by Kilgore. Other than that, you have this symbol right here, which kind of looks like an arrow shooting through the circle. That's an attack action. Attack actions can be reacted to, while the skill actions, which are the circle, cannot be reacted to. But the white icon in the middle denotes that as a Kilgore or a Kilgore card. So on the card, it's going to have different things. For example, this card right here called Fury. It is an attack card. It gives Kilgore 2 movement, so he can move 2 hexes, and then it'll target every single champion in those spaces for 2 strength. Now, strength is not damage. You compare your strength to the opposing champion's defense, and the difference is how much damage they would suffer. And then on Kilgore's champion card, this would be his defense or his armor, and this is how many wounds he could take before he is knocked out. Okay?
Okay.
When a card is reacted to, it would be similar to Magic the Gathering, where it would be first in or last in, first out. So an attack card would be played, and the opponent would be able to say if they want to do reaction. They would play the reaction.
Whoa.
Getting some audio issues there. Sorry about that, everybody. So
It's Eric. He must have left. He took his headphones off and left.
oh, great. All right, I think he's back. Put your headphones back on, Eric.
What's up?
Did you take your headphones off?
Yeah.
We're getting audio issues when you did that.
What do you mean?
I heard me talking through your headset.
That's weird. I have my mic muted.
I don't
It's
know.
funny. It's funny.
Oh, sorry. You could hear it on Discord, but you couldn't. The stream couldn't hear it.
Oh, yeah, okay. So when you play this right here, it's going to be a reaction. So this attack would resolve through the defense, and then my secondary ability would go off, and then your secondary ability would go off if you're the attacker. It'll make sense when we start playing.
I hope.
So to stack the cards again I want you to practice taking this card and putting it on top of a deck. See how it didn't stack? You need to pick it up and mouse over it and hold it until the bottom deck turns red, then let go. All right, then move the whole deck. There you go. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're each going to pick a champion to start us off. This icon token over here shows that the swords are going first, so that'll be me. So I will pick my first champion. I'm going to pick Darren. I'm going to take Darren's character card, and I'm going to put it over here in my play area. You're going to pick a champion?
Okay, I'm gonna look at him for just a second. Okay, so we have like tanks, we got damage dealers. Are there support characters?
Aket is a support.
I'll take this tiger.
All right, he's pretty awesome. And I'm going to pick, I've already got a range. I'm going to pick Dugrin here.
How can you tell who's ranged?
So if you want a range character, you want to pick Gwayin.
Alrighty.
And then I am going to go with, let's go ahead and go with Kilgore.
Are you stacking the draw cards?
Yep. So you're going to make your draw pile.
Okay, so I
Okay.
need one more guy.
Yep.
Probably somebody like a defensive guy. Let's see.
Let's go ahead and make you go with Goldar,
All right.
the Scourge of the Several Sea. All right.
How do you shuffle?
Right click on it. And then on the very bottom right, there's an icon. Looks like a shuffle for like if you're on a CD player. There we go. So if you ever want to know a keyword of a card in your hand, there's a white piece of paper here.
Okay.
All right. So what we're going to do now, we see the objectives we need to score. So again, the first one is have 2 more champions next to Esme's statue. The second one coming up at the future turn is going to be have 2 or more champions and trap hexes. So what we're going to do now is we're each going to place a trap, starting with me, in 2 of the trap hexes. So you're going to draw a trap, but just by clicking on one and pulling it off. So click off of it. There you go. So again, trap hex here, trap hex here, trap hex here, and here.
I do 2?
Yep. All right. So now we're going to draw our hand of 5. Make sure you draw, not take.
How do you...
What's that?
I'm finding the draw. Okay. Draw 5.
Yep.
All right, got him.
All right. So if you notice, you have 3 different colors, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's bigger here. There we go. All right. So you're going to be able to play the different cores of magic that we have. So for example, I have like this card, for example, that would be my red core. And then a yellow card. And then a blue card. So to get started, what we're going to do, you can look at your hand and you can discard cards. You can, starting with me, I'm going to take this reaction card and I'm going to discard it. And I'm going to draw one to replace it. Do you want to mulligan any cards? Just roll with what you got.
Okay, I got a symbol that looks like a trident. That doesn't look like reaction. And the symbols aren't on the keyword card.
Can you show me the card? You talking about the symbol at the top left?
Yeah.
That just means this is Goldar's card, that white symbol in the middle.
The top symbol up here at the top, right beside his name.
Yep.
Right beside Pundar.
Yep. Do you see the silver circle around it?
Yeah.
That tells you it's an attack card. The white symbol in the middle tells you it's Goldar's card.
Okay. So okay, I see the arrow now. I think before. So this is a reaction card.
Right. What you may consider doing is scaling up your monitor to 150. Tabletopia doesn't really give you the ability to enlarge cards. It makes it kind of difficult. All right,
okay, can you see that card?
I can't see it now.
Okay, I think I can get it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to deploy our champions. I'm going to deploy mine, and then you're going to deploy yours. All right, so I'm going to take the first turn. So I'm going to start us off with a card called Springing the Trap, which is it's going to be Darren, which is this character here. I'm going to move Darren 2 spaces to here. It is a ranged 4 attack, and you see this down arrow into the yellow.
Yeah.
That's a lob attack. It's range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a strength 2 attack. If the target is in a trap hex, this attack gains +2 strength. After the attack, if the target is in a trap hex, it suffers stun. So my attack of 2 or my strength of 2 to Goldar's defense of 1, meaning Goldar is going to take 1 damage. Do you have a reaction card to play?
Right? So after an attack, attacker will suffer fear too.
Yes, perfect. So what's going to happen is you're going to flip over your red core because you're playing a red reaction.
Okay.
And then it increases your defense by 1. So that means my 2 attack with your 2 defense does no damage on Goldar. And then I am suffered fear 2. So fear means I have to move away as far as I can, 2 spaces, and I have to move the full 2. So I have to go 1, 2 to get further away from Goldar. Because I can't go this way, obviously.
Right.
I can't go this way and move the full 2 and be further away from you. So my only option is go to here. Great. So I'm going to discard this card.
You're already doing better than I did, Ryan. I don't think
Why?
I ever had a reaction.
Oh.
Then I'm going to play a yellow core, and it is called Onwards. I get to move Dugrin, which is my dwarf. I can move him 1 space based on the card, the green boot in it. Then I can draw a card. So I don't have to. Go ahead and draw that card there. And then each ally may dash 1. Dash is in a straight line, 1 space. So Darren's going to move up there, and Kilgore's going to move up there. So because this was a skill card, you cannot react to it. And then I am going to be using my red core for generic actions. So let's make sure I explain generic actions. Over here on your player board, you've got, if you use a blue core, you can move 1, then plan 1. Plan is taking a card out of your hand, putting on a draw pile. You can spend a yellow core to move 1 and then heal a character for 1. Or you can spend a red core and move 1 and then deal a damage. Not a strength 1 attack, but just deal a damage. Or you can spend any of the cores to move 2. So I'm going to be spending my last core, which will be red. And we're going to be moving Darren there. So then I've got to take all my entire hand, select all cards, put them all in my discard pile. I draw 5 new cards, flip over my cores, and it is on to your turn. So noticing because you played a red reaction, you no longer have your red core.
And I don't draw back to 5.
That is correct.
Okay, so the goal, the brawl card, challenge card, whatever, said 2 or more champions adjacent to this. Does that include these bottom half?
Any spaces adjacent to the Esme statue, which is this statue here.
Okay.
If the objective was to control the manipulation area, you need to have more champions than the other person in the blue areas. Yeah.
So I'm just going to talk through what I would assume is my turn here.
Yep. Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to play this card.
Okay.
Okay, which I assume allows me to move him too.
Correct.
1, 2.
Okay.
Now it says he has a range of 2, but is that this? Is that
No,
1, 2?
that's strength 2.
Oh, okay.
It's an adjacent character. So let's take that back. And let's just try something. Go ahead and put that yellow card back in your hand. So what you may consider doing is flipping your blue core to be able to move Goldar 2 spaces, 1, 2, for your generic action down here. Then you would
Okay.
spend the yellow card to move 1, and then using that attack.
Okay.
But then that's all your cores, and you can't play any of the other cards in your hand. So do you have something else in your hand that would maybe do something similar that would be better, such as a ranged attack?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to read it real quick.
Yep.
Hmm. Okay, I'm talking out loud. So if I want to use chain lightning,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, right?
So you're noticing this is in a straight line. A straight
Yeah.
line for this game is a hex line. So a hex line is a line that shares a common line. So what that means is like this would be a line.
Yeah.
This would be a line. This would be a line. This, and then this. Or
Okay.
this, but this would be blocking. So yeah, this would be a good card to play against Darren.
It would be. But what if I? Okay, so but okay, 2 or 3. So he's got to be at least 2 away,
Which he is.
or 3, and then the strength is 3, is what it says.
Correct.
After damage was dealt, deal 2 damage to a champion within 2 hexes.
So the only champion within 2 hexes is you. So if you play that card, you'll be dealing yourself 2 damage.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So here, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think
Whoops.
I'm going to do the previous plan. I'm going to. Does playing a yellow card make me use a yellow core?
Yes.
Okay.
Playing any color card makes you use that colored core.
So I'm going to flip over a blue core and move him 1.
Just 1?
Wasn't it just 1? Movement 1? Blue core is no, it's plan 1.
So,
Oh, okay. I see it.
So you can
2.
move 1, then plan 1, or you can move 2.
Okay, so I moved 2.
Okay.
I'm going to play this card now. So
Okay.
1. I don't really need to move 2, but
So hold on. With that being said, you'd be better off taking your common core then of the move 1, plan 1, because then
Yeah.
you could take a card in your hand and put it on top of your deck to prep for next turn.
oh,
Because with this action, you were going to get 2 movement anyway. So if
Right.
you were here, you move 1, plan 1, and then with this card, you can still move 2. You're in the same situation, but you're better off because then you also got the plan a card.
good. So I discard all 3 of these cards when I'm done, right?
And that is correct.
Okay, so I want to keep that chain lightning spell. So put it on top like that, or flip it.
We'll flip it over face down, but
There you
don't. I know we're just talking because we're explaining what we're doing, but you don't necessarily need to communicate what you're putting on top.
Well, you already knew I had it.
Right. I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right.
So now I'm doing. I am doing 2 damage to your guy. No.
You're
So
doing
how
a
much-
strength 2 attack to my guy.
That's what I mean.
Darren has no defense. So I get to choose whether I want to play a reaction to try to increase my defense. I do not want to play a reaction. I am going to take 2 damage on Darren. And then it says, after the attack, you draw 1 card for each damage dealt, or you may. So here's the thing. You don't have any more cores to play, because that was your yellow core, right?
Is it a May?
It's a complete may.
Okay.
So you don't have to draw cards.
Because that plan would have been wasted.
Absolutely. So go ahead and you would be drawing cards and you'd be wasting them. So now you flip over all 3 of your cores. Discard your entire hand.
Is there an easy way to do that?
Right click, select all, drag them all to the discard pile. Now, discard pile is complete open information. Make sure you hold it over it so that way it puts it into a pile that you can shuffle.
Oh, okay.
So I can look through your discard pile at any time to see if you have reactions or whatnot. Okay, good.
Do I draw 5 new cards now?
Yeah, my question is, though, you only have 4 cards in your discard pile.
Because I planned one.
That's right. Yep, draw 5. Now, at the end of your turn, because you are the second player, this objective slides down. It is now worth 2 victory points for whoever completes it. This one moves down, is now worth 1. And then we flip over a new objective. So the objective saying have 2 more champions and trap hexes. And then the next one is control the manipulation area. So At the beginning of my turn, I look to score if I score any of these. I do not have 2 champions adjacent to Esme's statue. I do not have 2 or more champions. I do not have 2 or more champions in trap hexes. And I do not control the manipulation area, but I wouldn't be able to score that anyway because it's just a prep objective, tells you what's coming up. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Okay, so with my hand, I am going to be spending my yellow core to use hit and run. And what that's going to allow me to do is move 2. Or excuse me, move 3. I'm going to go 1, 2. I am going to be doing a ranged 2 attack that does not have line of sight. So I'm going to be targeting Gwayan, which is your wizard, the one in the middle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this back. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna still move 2, but I'm gonna be using my red core first. And this is gonna be allowed me to move 2 and in a straight line 4 spaces. It's a skill card that says the next attack on this target this turn ignores defense and gains +1 damage. Okay.
Okay.
So that was my red core. Then I'm going to be using my yellow core is an attack. And I'm not going to move. It's range 2. It's a strength 2 attack, and it's going to be hitting Gwayan for 3 strength. Do you want to react?
Nope.
Okay. So Gwayan is going to be taking 3 damage. On the back of each of these tokens is a 3. So 3 damage. And that was my yellow core and my red core. And then after the attack on that yellow card, it says you made, after the attack, -2. So dash is in a straight line. I'm going to move back to here. And then for my blue core, we're going to move 1. So we're going to move Kilgore up 1 here, and we're going to plan this card. And then I'm going to discard my hand. Draw 5. It is your turn.
Okay, what is the symbol that looks like a circle with gears around it?
I'd have to see it. I'm sorry. You talking about this symbol? These right here?
Yeah.
That is Shu Styles cards. See how the picture?
Oh no, I'm talking about like it's not an attack emblem, it's not a reaction emblem.
Oh, I see. That's a skill that cannot be reacted to, and it's the same as these kind that you can't be reacted to. If you haven't already, hold the right mouse button down and move your camera down a little bit. You'll see 3D representations of the models.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Makes it easier to identify who's who.
Did you reset? Is it my go?
It is.
Okay.
I didn't flip my cores over today. All right. So do you have two or more champions next to the statue? You do not. Do you have two or more champions trap hexes? You do not. And that's not capturable yet.
Okay, so if I want to play that,
Okay. This is
yeah,
a skill. Jump
Jump.
4. So jump, you can, it ignores everything essentially, but it's 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3. You can do one more if you wanted to.
What if I went 1, 2, 3, 4,
Absolutely.
but I'm not in the manipulation area?
That's true. I'm just saying.
And then I'm out of line of sight for that. Okay, that was a blue card. Gotta flip that over.
Okay.
Okay. Put that on my discard pile. Okay.
So the important thing again, make sure it glows.
Let's see. I think I wanna. So those are both yellow. That doesn't help me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Remember this. This is a pillar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So play that for my yellow.
Uh-huh.
So he's gonna jump 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Right. And then he's gonna attack with a strength of 1.
Yep.
It has to be the guy right beside him, so it's that guy. Darren, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
So now are you gonna react?
So I am going to not react because I want my core for next turn. So it is strength what? 1?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take
where'd my blue token go?
what blue token?
My blue core token. I hit flip on it and it disappeared. Oh, it's way over there.
All right, so that's a strength 1 attack, right?
Yep.
So I have no defense on Darren, so I'm going to take 1. So I have 2 on me now. I'm just going to flip this token to be a 3.
Okay, and then now I get push 1.
Okay, so you push me directly away.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now I have, let's see. So now I'm going to flip my red core.
Okay.
And I'm going to do my red general power.
Okay.
And my pirate guy is going to deal 1 damage to Darren because he's adjacent.
Fantastic.
I think that's everything that I can do.
All right.
So I'm going to reset. I'm going to right click, select all, right click. Oh, right click, select all. And they all didn't come with me, but that's fine. I'm going to put all them in the pile. Okay, I'm going to draw 5 more. And then I'm going to flip all over my cores. Flip my cores back over. And your goes. Oh, now we got to do the challenge.
Right. So these all move down.
Oh, you do it. I don't know how to move the cards as well. How'd you rotate the cards?
Q and E. Have a champion in each deployment area. So at the beginning of your turn, if I don't have you out of the zone, you're going to score a victory point because you control the manipulation area. Also, at the beginning of your turn, you're going to score 3 total because you're also going to be controlling 2 more champions adjacent to the statue. So I have got to get you out of this area. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. Well, the problem is I don't have a way to get both of your characters to not be adjacent to the statue. Or I can't get all three of your characters out of there.
I cannot use reaction cards on my turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. So there's no reason. Well, I guess you're saving cores at that point.
Correct.
Okay. Actually, going to put it on top. Makes it easier for me to remember.
Hmm. Need to see what this says. Okay. All right. So I am going to do this. I am going to play my yellow core. And it is a 1 movement. So I'm actually going to move here. And then it is a strength 2 attack on Su Xiao.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to eat the damage.
All right. So you're going to take 2.
I'm actually going to take 4, right?
Exactly, because it's push 2 as well, which pushes you in there twice. So you're going to take 4. That is correct. Okay. So that is done. I am then going to play Fury. Which is I can move 2, which I'm not going to. It's going to deal 2 damage to everybody around me. I kind of wanted to move here, but I don't want to deal 2 damage to my own guy, and I couldn't shoot through here. So, flip the card back over. Yeah. So you're going to take 2 more.
Yeah, I flipped it over.
So you're at 6. Okay, cool. Fantastic. And then that was my blue core. And then I'm going to play Heavy Volley. It's range 2 to 3. You're at range 2. And it is a strength 3 attack.
Who's that from?
Darren.
Oh, okay. It's coming from the other side. Okay.
Right.
So he's now dead. Is that when I flip him?
No.
He just comes off the board?
No. So heal your guy and remove the character from it. So from everything I've seen about the chain, he actually dies now before the effects go off. Unless they've changed things from the videos I've watched, but they really need to update the book to include a timing chain. All right, so that was all 3 of my cores. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to select all. Discard my hand. I gained a victory point for killing one of your guys. Darren levels up, which means I flip over Darren's card. Now I have a new ability on Darren. But at the beginning of your turn, what happens? Do you have 2 more champions adjacent to Esme's statue?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to get 2 victory points for that. 1, 2. Do you have 2 more champions and trap hexes? You do not. Do you control the manipulation area? You do. So you're going to get a victory point for that. And it is the beginning of your turn. It's the first one to 5 wins. Oh, I need to draw my 2 cards. Flip those over, shuffle them up, and draw 3 more.
Okay, what happens when you land on a trap hex?
So there are various tokens. There's 1s, 2s, 3s. There's stuns or roots. Roots stop you from moving. Stuns make you discard a card out of your hand with that character's name. And then what happens is once you go into that space, you have to resolve the trap. As long as it's not a root, you can continue moving. But before you continue moving, you got to place a new trap token out on an empty trap hex. So on your turn, you want to bring Su Xiao back in, let's say. So you have to use a card that gives you a green movement. Whether it be a card or a skill over here, one of the movement is moving them onto the board in any one of the spawn spots.
Okay.
Then you can continue on with the card. So if it's like a movement card that's 2 movement, yeah, so there's 1 and then 2.
Where's his health at when he comes back in?
He is full.
Okay. I was going to say, because I was worried about basically drawing dead. If I get 5 of his cards in my hand, there's nothing I can do.
No, you're still good. So you notice that Darren is leveled up though?
Yeah.
So Darren does not activate traps and gains +2 defense while on a trap hex. A trap hex isn't necessarily a spot with a trap token. It's a spot with that symbol on it.
Yeah.
Or in special circumstances, it's a spot with the trap token if there's no available trap hexes.
Okay, well, let me just try something real quick, and you tell me if I'm doing this wrong. I'm going to use my red core.
Okay.
I'm going to play Harpoon Strike, which is a movement of 2.
Okay.
So he's going to go 1, 2.
Okay.
Okay. He's going to attack. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He can do 3, so he can attack this guy.
Yep.
Okay, so he's doing strength of 1.
Right. My armor is 1, so it does no damage. I'm not playing a reaction. Then what happens?
Hold on, I think I want to do this different.
No, I think you're bloody brilliant right now.
Well, no, I think I just want to. I'm played them out of order.
Okay, go for it. Take it back. Put it back in your hand.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna turn that back over. I'm gonna play my blue first, which is ignite. Oh, this is why I didn't do it. Because it's gonna hit. Does it hit me first, or does it? Because it moves 2 in a straight line.
Yeah, but you can't shoot. You can't shoot through your own guys, and there's a tower here. So you would have to move her first to be in a hex line.
Okay. So I did want to do it the other way, I guess, first.
Okay.
All right. So we're doing that. Okay, so I'm going to pull him into this trap.
Right.
And then the trap's going to go off.
So we'll play the card.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
You're good. So what's going to happen is you're going to... Whoops. Gosh darn it. All right. So this is 2. So what that means is this comes off. He moves into here. I get to place a new trap token because I'm the one who triggered it based on my character moved into it. So I'm going to place this token over here. I have to place it on an empty trap space.
Okay.
I'm going to take the 2 damage from the trap. So on kill where 1, 2. I can't be pulled a second time, right? Because there's no space for me to go. So I'm just going to take a 3rd damage.
Oh, so even pulled into me.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime you're push or pulled and you can't move, it's a damage.
Okay.
Okay. So it's your red core.
So now I'm going to play my blue core.
Okay.
And she's not going to move. But in a hex line straight ahead is Darren, right?
Yep.
So she's going to do a strength of 2 versus Darren.
Which I am not going to react. So I'm going to take 2. That was my fault.
Okay, allies gain 2 strength against the target until the end of the turn.
Correct.
Okay. So I think the smart thing is to do is to bring him back in. But I wanted to do those in opposite orders because it would have saved me.
Right.
I could have done more damage.
Right.
But I can't. So I'm just I can just use this as a generic move token, right?
So
Move him 2.
okay,
1.
hold on. Something you could have done. Just saying. You could have moved her. How much is it? How far can you move with Ignite? 2.
Yeah.
So remember when he was here?
Yeah.
You could have moved her 2 through your
I
own
didn't-
champion.
Oh, I didn't know that. I assumed I couldn't. I assumed my person was blocking.
No, you can move through your own champions. I so sorry I didn't explain that.
No, it don't matter. It's fine. Okay, so 1 to come in, 1 movement to go right there,
And that is Common Core.
and that's just common core.
Okay.
And my turn is done.
End of your turn. These move down. We're gonna flip a new one.
Okay, so I
And
can only draw 4 cards. So
And the new one is control the
Oh.
creation area.
forgot to discard.
Is that Flash of Jade?
Yeah,
Did
it
you-
is. But he was dead.
Yeah. That card is awesome.
Okay, so right click.
All right, and then it's important that this is damage token here gets shuffled back in.
What's that?
That trap token gets shuffled back in, which I did.
Oh, okay. All right. Does this get moved down to that, or does we leave an empty space in the challenge deck?
We leave an empty space.
Okay. Oh, dang it.
I do that all the time. All right, so I am going to. I thought I had hit. Oh no, you blocked it. All right, I'm going to be playing my blue core. Keep doing that. All right, I'm going to be playing my blue core. It is Appetite for Destruction. It is Life Steal, and this card gains +1, or excuse me, +2 damage for each ready core I control. So I control 2 ready cores, red and yellow. It's a basic 1 strength, so it's going to be a 5 strength attack going against Goldar.
Well, as luck would have it, I've drawn 0 reaction cards this time. So he has a defensive 1, so I'm going to take 4 damage.
Yep. Okay. How much health does he have total? 8?
8.
So he's half dead. All right. Let's see here. We are going to spend the blue core to move Dugrin there. Or, excuse me, blue core. We'll be spending the red core. And the yellow core, we are going to be spending to move 1. And healing Darren for 1. And then discard my hand. And draw 5. All right. So do you have 2 or more champions and trap hexes? You do not. Do you have a champion in each deployment area? You do not. And then neither of us control the creation area. So your go.
Okay, that guy's got a. Wow. Okay. All right. One.
Remember, reactions can be played, no matter the picture, can be played on any character. So you may have Su Shao's reaction. You can play it when I'm attacking Goldar. You know what? I forgot. So I played Appetite for Destruction. Is that correct?
Yeah, probably.
So I dealt 4 damage to you. I'm supposed to heal him.
Cool. Okay.
So dash is a straight line.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna play this. Okay, he's gonna take 1 movement first. Then he's gonna dash. What's it say? 5.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right.
Yep.
He'll do 1 damage to that guy,
That run. Okay.
which he doesn't really do because he has a defensive 2,
So
right?
right. Well, yes, it does, because if you notice on the card on set sail,
Yeah.
that symbol says deal 1 damage. It's just damage. It's not.
Oh,
It's not a strength. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
So like your red common core is just 1 damage.
Okay. So there's that. And then now this guy. That doesn't work. Okay, this does though. So he. Oh, I already played my blue. That's right. So she's going to back up 1. I think. Oh, I didn't have that clicked. Wait. Okay, so this card allows me to shoot 3 to 5. So I'm going to back up 1. Do I want to back up one?
Well, you need to if you're going to hit Darren.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out why I was going to back up one, but yeah, that's right. So I'm going to back up one. I'm going to do a strength of 5 or strength of 3 attack versus him.
Okay. So you knock out Darren, which de-levels her. She comes off. And then you get a victory point for killing a champion.
Sweet. Okay, so then this goes into my discard pile. All right. And then now I'm going to use my yellow. Damn it. I messed that up. That's okay. I'm going to use my yellow to move 2. 1, 2.
Okay.
And my turn is done. And now I put all these in discard, right?
Yep.
All
So
right.
I'm going to move these down. Draw a new one. The new one is have 3 champions adjacent to the same statue. I do not have 2 or more champions in trap hexes. I do not have a champion in each deployment area. And I do no longer control the creation area.
I gotta draw my cards. Draw 5. Give me some reactions, please. Oh wait, who made that kill? Because they get to level up, right?
That was
my wizard.
yeah. She has a cool ability now that her minimum and maximum of her spells is increased and decreased by 1.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So a 2 to 3 range is now 1 to 4 range. All right, let's see here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to play a blue core called Mighty Blow. And Mighty Blow says I can move 1 and then I'm not going to move though. It's a strength 1 attack against Goldar.
Okay, I have a defensive 1.
Yep, so no damage. Right?
Right. Well,
Are
I
you
assume
going to defend or react?
I can, but I don't know what's the secondary thing.
It says after the attack, push 2. Each target damaged by the push suffers stun. Now, what stun means is you have to discard a card. In this case, a Goldar card out of your hand. And if you don't have a Goldar card in your hand, you have to show me your hand.
So basically, I only have 1 Goldar card. It's a reaction. If I don't play it, I'm going to lose it anyway.
Yes, but you're not spending your blue core.
Red core.
Red core.
It's the only red card I've got.
Well, but remember, you can use red common core for damage.
That's true. But if I push him against the wall, he's going to die, right?
All right, so here's how this card works. So what happens is you suffer no damage, right?
Right.
Then you fear 2. I have to move, and I choose further away. So I'm going to go this way.
Okay.
Right?
And then now I still get pushed.
No.
Or wait.
Because we're no longer in the same hex line.
Oh, okay.
If I go this way, I'm going to take this trap, and you would get pushed because we're in the same hex line.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the trap.
Okay.
And take A damage, which I'm okay with. You're going to get pushed 1, and then 1 more, so 1 damage on Goldar. So we each suffer a damage from that attack.
Okay, that's fun. And then I use a red core and discard that card.
Right.
But I'm no longer in the creation zone.
So I have to put a. Yeah, that was the point of why I wanted to.
Oh.
Come on. Pulled an Eric. All right, let's see. We'll put that there. This needs to get shuffled again. We're going to use a red core called Heavy Volley. I have a movement of 2 ability. I'm just going to move 1 to come in. And then No. We're going to spawn over here. We're going to go 1, 2 to come in. It's range 2 to 3, so I'm going to hit Goldar for a strength 3 attack.
Okay, so the previous +1 no longer is in.
Correct. So you're going to.
You can use any reaction card?
Any reaction card. It doesn't have to be a Goldar card, but it would as long as you have the core to spend.
Okay, so how much damage is it going to be? 2?
It's going to be 2 damage, but you're going to get pushed 2. So it's going to be a total of 4.
So 4 plus 4 is going to be 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does that take out Goldar?
Yeah, he's going to fall.
Darren levels back up again. And then I'm going to spend my yellow core. And we're going to move Darren up 2 more. And that is my turn. Draw my 5. Okay. Do you have 2 more champions of trap hexes? You do not. Do you have a champion in each deployment area?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think
You
so,
control
right?
the
That's
creation
around
area. Yep, that'd be good. Okay.
Okay.
And then this is the second kill I have, so I need to get another victory point. You just need 1 more killer objective, don't you?
Yeah. I'm working on it.
I don't want you to work on it.
Okay. Who's this guy?
Which one?
He's got 8. Damn.
Kilgore? Yeah.
This guy's got 6, but he's got 2 defense. So it's 8 either way. You need to draw cards. I didn't know if you have your cards drawn.
I do. I'm ready to go.
What's the most amount of damage a trap can give?
3.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. We'll give it a shot.
All right.
We're gonna try to play Pounce. And he's gonna go 1 because I jump, right? So that I go within 3.
Right.
1,
That
2, 3.
does not have to be in a straight line.
Gets behind him.
Okay.
Okay, he's gonna do a strength of 1 attack.
All right. I'm going to play a reaction card called Hold Ground. Why I keep flipping your card? It is the target cannot be displaced by this attack. And I have 1 armor, so take no damage and I don't get pushed.
All right. That was good.
I'm a short little dwarf.
Okay, 1, 2. Should have done these in opposite order, I guess. That sucks or whatever. Because she's leveled up, she can take 1 or so she can do this as a 1 or 3.
Actually, this is range up to 2. So it's actually range 3 is what your max range is.
Oh, so I can still hit 1.
You could always fire this adjacent.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that.
Okay, and it says it's 2 strength and you're firing it at Kilgore, so Kilgore will take 1. But the added effect is allies gain +2 damage against the target until the end of the turn.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I should have done those in opposite order. So that's and I'm out of things. So
Okay. So this will come off the board. This will move down. This will move down. The new card is control the enemy deployment area. Let's have more of your champions over there. So let's see what if I score anything. Do I have a champion in each deployment area? I do not. Do I control the creation area? I do. And that gives me 2 victory points. 1, 2. Do I have 3 champions adjacent to the same statue? I do not. And the next one coming up, I control the. All right. So my first card is going to be this yellow card called Malthrash. And it is going to be against Gwayan. It is a strength 2 attack, and after the attack, push 2.
alrighty, you got her.
That gives me my 5th and final victory point, and good
job.
game.
This is interesting.
Will's a cheater.
Yeah, that is true. I did omit rules just to make sure you didn't know how to play.
That happened to me too.
Or so he says.
I don't really have.
So, what'd you think? What'd you think of it?
It's pretty fun.
Thoughts of the game?
I think it's fun. I think once you understand your cards and you play with a couple of guys together at the same time, like there's some synergy that you can sort of build.
Yep. After you know what each of the characters do.
Yeah, once you sort of know what to expect with each, So there was a lot of things there where like I probably should have played them in the other orders, or understood where the priority was. Like because if it's the quest tokens, then the quest tokens would have been strong. That's what I was doing at first, but then I kept getting killed because my guys were out of position. So I think there's I don't know. I don't know. It's a really interesting game. I think, and it's really, I could see this really easy to be moddable because you just add more characters as time goes, and or different layouts of arenas with different, different pillars and different spots.
So they're doing they just ended their Kickstarter, I don't know, a couple hours ago, and they've talked about bringing this game to retail And the important thing to them for bringing it to retail is being able to do organized play and like events and stuff like that, where you get like acrylic tokens and just different stuff, whatever, for winning. But anyway, they talk about releasing a champion a month. And right now their plan is they've got, I think the next 18 months plan, I think is what they said. 8 months, 18 months, something really nice. You don't have to sort them. Just lift up at the top left where it says Tabletopia. Click on that and then hit reset.
That, like, to me, I think that would be challenging to balance that.
Oh, it is. Yeah, so to make sure nobody gets overpowered.
To balance that sort of
Oh, and I'll be honest, like Su Xiao, that tiger that you had, I think is overpowered.
I think so. I just he was never in position. I could never use him.
No, I gotcha. I'm just saying, like, once you know how to use his cards, and this is the first time you'd even never seen the game, so once you know how to use his cards, like, he just murders people. But I also see how the game is like heavily reliant on the cards. If you don't have the card at the right time, you can get hosed. But to me, that's no different than you roll a dice and you roll ones.
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree. It's visually nice. I mean, my 6th grade son could play this game fairly easily. He would have fun with that.
Well, and all these aren't standees that you get in the game. They're all 3D models. Chunky 40 millimeter models.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, they're beautiful looking.
Yeah, it looks fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to do their organized play. There's game shops.
Yeah.
This was a nice experience for Tabletopia.
Mm-hmm.
This translated well, I think.
Yeah, I think that the actual designer of the game who brought it to Mythic actually made this for Tabletopia. So applaud him. I think he did a good job. That token is the same on both sides. It is randomized when you set the room.
Oh, okay.
Play again?
No. It's already 1 a.m. I got a lot of homework to do tomorrow before we do the 4th of July stuff. So,
all right.
But it was fun. I had a good time. I want to do it again sometime.
Okay.
Also want to check out some of these other games too.
Oh, absolutely.
How do I get out? How do I want to go look? I want to look at those games. What did you go back to the lobby?
Yeah.
I saw Scythe was there.
All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream if you want to say bye real quick.
Hey, thanks so much for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Come check us out at maturemindedgamers.com and watch us play some more stuff here soon, video game wise. But then also check out the board game reviews that we're posting up. We'll be posting up at least one a week, so keep checking them out.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.